Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Fallout 4 playthrough with me, Gitbag the Great, and today we're just going to go through a few little stints, so, you know, nothing too heavy today. We might do a couple of little side quests. Not really too many side quests available at the moment, but we, in the previous episode, we did a synth retention mission for Father, aka Sean, aka Is He Really Our Son? And we got some, you know, secret information on a holotape that we're going to give to Proctor Ingram. We're also going to report our success to Elder Maxon and ask what we should do next. So just little bits and bobs in this episode, really. Nothing too heavy, I'm afraid. But
here's your holotape, Proctor.
I suppose that's what we
Hope
need
the
really
data
after
on
last
that thing was
episode's
worth
craziness.
it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
I told you we should have tested it first, you fool.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I have confidence in everything
Still
I
think we
build
should have
too.
tested it, though.
But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand.
Then why did we use
Speaking of
this? Why didn't we at
technology
least
I
try
don't
to make something
understand,
partially
I'll
understandable?
get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
I believe, actually, I already did it. Jackass. Big bloody red-haired psychiatric motherfucker. Alright, next we're going to report back to Elder Maxon, because we pretty much already recruited Dr. Madison Lee at this point anyway, so we might as well just report back straight to Elder Maxon and get this stuff over and done with. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think, if I remember correctly, at this point you go straight to the Minutemen. You immediately declare war on the Institute. So I'd advise against doing that if you're going for either the Institute, Brotherhood of Steel, or underground sort of storylines. You know, the railroad storyline. If you're going for those, just like try and sort of, you know, be patient. The Minutemen is probably the shortest and the quickest sort of ending, so I'd say stick away from that if you're wanting to do any one of the other three. So
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
Well, I mean, she walked away from us once before, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, really, isn't it?
I convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances.
That's actually a good point.
On to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase.
I barely did any reconnaissance
at
all.
Report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Alright. Say so.
Rope plating integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
I thought that was Kate who said that for a second. Good. Alright, so we've leveled up again. No, we haven't completely maxed out our shooter perk. Still need a couple more upgrades to get to rank 4 gun modders. Science. We've already maxed out local leader. I'm just trying to think what we can pardon me, what we can really benefit from improving. Better criticals and non-effective criticals do 15% more extra damage. That sounds quite good. Gives you any kind of that sounds quite good. There's nothing really I need to upgrade right now. I think I'll just put another point into luck, really. Because the level 10 perk for luck is just superb. It's ridiculously OP. I won't spoil it for you guys, but I mean, I'll tell you about it when we get to it on this playthrough. But it is OP as fuck. It's really powerful. it basically makes you nigh unstoppable in combat. Well, not nigh unstoppable, but like very, very difficult to beat in combat. So it's a fucking superb perk to grab as soon as you can, really. Oh, fucking, sorry, my leg is tangled up in bloody wires. Get off, you scum. Goodness gracious me. Alright. Let's see what Proctor Ingram has to say to us. Let's see what this tough old lass wants us to do.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Pretty much nothing, to be honest.
He seems to feel it's pretty important.
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. I hope it's worth it. Come on.
The entire
It's this
resources
way.
of the whole Brotherhood of Steel division. That's got to be some hefty legwork.
Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our
Yeah,
new
but to be
project
fair, you
comes in.
guys have complete and total air superiority, and you're probably the most powerful faction in the Commonwealth, aside from the Institute. So, really, I mean, it's just like, you can't be
This
that weak,
storage
can you?
bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood
shit,
used it
yeah,
in
Liberty
Capital
Prime.
Wasteland as a weapon
And if you
against
remember
the
that
Enclave.
massive robot
It's
from
the most
the end of
advanced
Fallout
robot
3,
the Brotherhood has ever had
that
at
was
its
the Liberty
disposal.
Prime.
Fortunately,
Liberty
Prime
Prime.
was destroyed in the line of duty.
Liberty Prime, sorry.
I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Holy shit.
In order to get Liberty
Forgot
Prime
about
fully
this.
operational, we're going to need
Liberty
your help.
Prime of all things. That's gonna be badass.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Guessing you want me to go get some capacitors of some sort, then can't go get it yourself, you lazy bitch.
There's got to be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily,
noob.
you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Oh god, this one just seems to be a load of going back and forth, doesn't it? Fucking hell. Alright, hang on a second. Alright, Madison Lee, get the fuck down to the airport now, because I am not going to continue traipsing back and forth, back and forth, because I want you to bloody help us, like I asked you, like you bloody well agreed to. Although actually, to be fair, we didn't really tell her what we wanted her to help us with, so I suppose she would be fair enough in being a bit trepidatious, you know, in building a weapon of mass destruction. I mean, you know, you probably would be a little bit trepidatious after you weren't told at all what you were being brought back to your former employer to do. You know, it's just seems a little bit disingenuous, I suppose.
Attention all
really
Brotherhood
blame that.
soldiers. If you have not yet received your Squire mentorship assignment, please come see me on the bridge.
Cade won't clear me for
Repeat,
duty.
if you have not received your mentorship assignment, please report to the bridge. That is all.
Shut up, announcer.
Unless you'd like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner.
Oh, piss off, you bloody NPC. Get off.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Alright. Work on Liberty Prime, you piece of shit, or this goes through your head.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Well, I'm holding a 44 caliber revolver and you're not, so how do you like that?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Nothing says you care more than building a huge robot to get your point across.
Oh, shut
You know,
up, Kate.
if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it.
I feel like it's a little bit too
Proctor
easy to
Ingram
convince
get
Lee.
her scribes ready.
Really.
It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Alright. Glad I didn't have to use this on you. Dickhead.
There's a wealth of technology.
Now that Dr. Lee's
waiting to be discovered.
Shut up, Dance, I'm not talking to you. Busy. Busy. Alright, so that's the first step of that done. Let's get to the business of this occasion and talk to Ingram to tell her we can get to tell her we can set to work on getting this thing built. It's gonna take a long but it should hopefully not be too difficult. I mean, considering now that we've got like the most expert mind on the case for building the Liberty Prime battle system, you know, hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult really. All we'll need to do is maybe do a little bit of collecting of, you know, specific resources to build the bloody thing, but yeah, you go as you go, and you know, it shouldn't be too tricky really. Anything for a bit more massacring, as I say. Oh, shut up. Holy crap, how did she change that fast? Give the lady credit, she is quick on the draw.
Proctor Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
I can't really blame her. We did kind of lie straight to her face when we recruited her again.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
You gonna explain what those actually are?
Sure. Anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move.
Ah, right, okay.
Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system
so
using
his legs seem
electromagnets,
to-
and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
So that's interesting. It seems like that Liberty Prime's legs and arms used to work on a more mechanical, piston-powered system, more traditional way of mechanical sort of operation.
When I get
so
off
to
duty,
speak.
that Salisbury steak
So-
is mine.
Shut up. So it's interesting then. They're using that this time now that they're building it. They're using more of an electromagnetic, more high-tech sort of system of actuation and sort of movement for its limbs. So instead of being purely mechanical,
No time
it's
to waste.
also
There's work to be done.
largely electronical. So it's interesting actually. Shows that the Brotherhood of Steel is getting smarter and smarter as it goes on, which depending on your viewpoint, could be a good thing as much as a bad thing, I suppose. But we're going to go now off to the hospital where Proctor Ingram said there was some space, please, Kate. Where Proctor Ingram said there was one of those high-powered magnets. So we're going to grab that, and then we're going to come back and build these actuators. No, just, you know, your average day at the office, really. Okay, so we're pretty much at the designated hospital now. We had to fight our way through a bunch of, you know, ghouls, you know, as you do. So we're here now at the hospital where we've got to get this high-powered magnet. There's probably going to be a bunch of... Oh, shit. Super mutants. Oh! That sorted that.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Ah, shit. No, it's too close. Oh, what? I was planning on running away and sort of shooting that super mutant suicider's nuclear arm from a distance, but... guess... Oh my god, another one! Fucking hell, how many of them are there? But I guess, you know, Kate took the hit for the team. Oh... Get in there, you beauty! Oh, that was superb. Nice bit of explosion there, you know, nice bit of explosive Michael Bay sort of violence. Love it. Absolutely love it. And that's just
Hold up.
terrible racist stereotypes, of course. Fuck off, fun, yeah? Fuck off. Yeah, get fucked, mate. Oh wait, shit, I'm out of grenades, aren't I? That didn't really do much anyway, but at least it gave me a bit of a distraction. Let's see, anything in here? Nope. Alright, I might as well just head straight into the hospital office. Alright, Kate, let's do this. I don't know, does it seem weird to you guys that super mutants would be so inefficient with their use of their souls in terms of, you know, how they use suiciders? I suppose, to be fair, they are big and tough, they can take a lot of damage.
Had to pay to see the doctor.
Was that hang on a minute. Was that commentary about healthcare in a Fallout game? Fair play, Bethesda. That probably isn't what they were going for there with that line from Kay, but still, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Ooh! Technical document. Yes, please. Give that to Proctor Quinlan. Oh, god damn it.
Please stand still and we shall begin procedure. Oh, back to the usual.
Okay, who's first?
Look, I don't need a procedure, and I'm not going to lie, the way you guys floated towards me was a bit intimidating. It's not like, say, oh, he had skills, so he must have been armed. It's like, genuinely...
Beastly nuisance. Glad that's done with.
It's genuinely a bit intimidating the way you just hover lazily towards me, just like blades whirring, you know. It's a bit disconcerting, if I'm going to be honest. So I don't really want you to perform surgery on me at all, especially when, you know, Mr. Handy Robots can just eviscerate cakes.
Intruder.
Seen at the beginning of
Identify
Fallout
yourself.
3 with, you know, very, very, very much ease.
As if I know what to do if I found something.
See, is there anything in here? No, doesn't seem like there is, but there might be a way out of here and up to the upper levels, which is what we need right now, or at least some way of getting through here. And sort of, not just... Fucking hell, where do I go from here? Good Lord Almighty. Oh, here we are. That was easy.
Going down.
Alright. worry, Kate will just teleport into the elevator anyway.
Basement.
There we go.
Yes. Well, you made that look like child's play.
Oh, well, that's because it is. Actually, oh wait, no, that was completely pointless. Why did I do? Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, shit. Alright, calm yourself, calm yourself. Alright, there we go.
Nice.
Fugitive has been located. Commencing.
I was just getting warmed up.
You weren't doing anything, you lazy sod. I was the one who was
Scanning
taking on this bloody
for
thing.
hostiles.
Excuse me, should you be out of your room?
Yeah, that's it. Go on, piss off. No one can stand up to the iron might of Gitbag the Great. You'll all crumble and fall before the power of my firepower. No one can stop me. Unless myself when I'm firing a grenade at the wall and accidentally kill myself in Battlefield 4, but you know, the details.
Area Going down. secure. Basement.
Why not let the robot?
Basement. Going down. Second floor.
Oh, finally, we've got some enemies.
Excuse me, should
Christ, so we've got something to do. We must be heading in the right direction then. Oh, fuck off. Let's see.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force.
You know how to show a girl a good time.
Kate, why is your entire diet just made up of sexual innuendos? I mean, makes. Yeah, I got no problem with it at all, but it just seems like you're just basically full of sex jokes. Dirty girl. Oh yeah, we're definitely heading in the right direction now.
Please stand clear. This.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, these guard robots are shit.
please stand
Swore I heard
still and we shall begin the procedure.
Do this more
Worst
Justice
fight
will
ever.
be administered swiftly and fairly.
Shut up. Ah, here we are. This must be the ticket.
Fugitive is attempting to evade capture. Beginning.
Oh, I'm not
a
evading
pursuit.
anything, mate.
Cooperation.
The one thing you're going to be evading is functioning anymore.
More with ya. Whoa. Found ya.
That one moved particularly quickly, didn't it? He says as he fails to hit a really slow-moving Protectron. Oh boy.
We're taking all we can, but you're looking a little way down there.
Yeah, which is why I'm going to ask you to carry some of this shit, so get over it. Where are you anyway?
Take a look.
Kate.
Bunch of junk in here.
Kate. Get over here, you fuck. God's sake. Just eyes were itching as well. Kate, seriously, where are you? Oh, fuck's sake. Where is she, actually? She's just disappeared or something, hasn't she? She's probably found a bottle of absinthe and just gotten pissed drunk on it. Fucking idiot. Great. Ah, for fuck's sake, I'm reading so slowly. Kate, where are you? You said you'd carry some of this stuff for me, and you're fucking not. So get over here now, you fucker. This is going to take a long time. Where are you, Kate, you fucker? Dickhead. Ah, what do I care anyway? At least we've now got the bit of resources that we need to build Liberty Prime. Oh, for fuck's sake, there you are.
Hey, this better be worth.
Dickhead. Fuck's sake, like, forget, she just keeps carrying loads of shit. Oh, let's sacrifice some stuff, aren't we? Charging laser rifle, can't carry. Don't really need that. Alright, so. Let's see, what can she carry? Anything else you can give her? I think there is actually, really. Pulse mine. No.
That's it.
Alright, well I've given her a fair bit, so I'm just going to drop some stuff. Drop any shit. Charge. Is that laser sniper rifle actually mixed off? There we go. Don't really need that. Oh, thank God. It feels good to, you know, have a bit of movement speed about you now, doesn't it? Sorry that this episode has taken, you know, dragged at points. It's just that, you know, there have been times where I've got lost and just stuff like that. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm probably going to cut a lot of this, a good bit of this episode out and post it or whatever, you know, just to make sure that it's not a complete utter drag. I mean, it's not as action-packed really as the other episodes I've really done so far, so, but you know, at the same time, I do need to, you know, chip it down a bit, just to make sure that it doesn't go really, really long, because there are these one or two bits in this episode I feel where I've just sort of dragged on and on and on and on and on and on and on a bit, so yeah, I'll try and cut that out and post it actually, because I did get lost at one point for like about 5 minutes and it was phenomenally dull, so I do apologise about that. See if there's anything up here for interest. Nope. Just seems really ominous. Fuck it. Yeah, sod it. Well, we've got what we need now anyway, so let's head back to the airport. Okay, so we've now managed to build the actuators, so we're going to talk to Proctor Ingram. Finally, we seem to have be getting this thing underway, so hopefully that should be the end of that little escapade.
Proctor.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them,
what?
His offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
I just... You just... Yeah, see, the thing is, wasn't this world almost destroyed by nuclear, or were you in... Oh, fuck it. Why am I even arguing with you?
Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War.
Exactly, so
The
why are we
Commonwealth
going
was
to
a
be
major
using them
staging
on
area for
an
the
already
military's
devastated
Air
world
Force,
that's
so
already
we
been
assumed we
shattered
wouldn't
by
have
nuclear
trouble
warfare?
finding
It just
them.
seems a little
But
bit
since we
irresponsible
arrived,
to me, doesn't
our
it?
scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Yeah, but doesn't it seem a... Oh, fuck, why am I even arguing?
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
Ah, so this should be interesting. Should be a bit of a challenge, I suppose.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Rearming Prime with nukes should get him back to...
Yeah, so where do we have to go? Oh yeah, it's out in the glowing sea, isn't it? Alright, well, tell you what, I think...
full fighting
I think we're going to
potential.
leave that until next time, because we've already done a little bit here. I don't want to go... This episode has already run long enough. Next episode is going to reveal a few little story points, so I think we'll leave that for next time. Next episode is going to be a little bit more meaty, but sorry about this episode being a little bit short if it does seem like that, and not too action-packed, but it's just like... You know, I don't want to make these videos, too long so that, you guys are just worn out every time you watch them. So it's just like, I'm trying to, make it a bit more digestible. But yeah, I mean, tell me what you want if you think that's a good idea or something. But I'm just trying to make these episodes a little bit more easily digestible for you. But so next time we're going to be going into the Glowing Sea, get some power armor, go into the Glowing Sea with Kate and the Brothers of Steel, find those nuclear bombs.
It'll be a super mutant.
And yeah, hopefully we should, get this old son of a bitch up and running and ready to blast the Institute into smithereens. So hopefully that shouldn't be too tricky. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Sorry it was a little bit short and a little bit not too action-packed, but hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have had making it. And of course, as always, have fun with whatever you're doing. Take care. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And of course, until next time, I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Jesus Christ.